Hey, what's going on YouTube? Chris Booger here with the deck profile of Satellarknight. I played it local a couple days ago, last Saturday. It's now Wednesday. Not really a couple days ago at all, but you get the point. Played the deck to finals. Usually we split in finals, but the asshole wanted to play me, so I lost in game 3 because he blind MST'd my Call to Haunted when I had a Thunder King in the graveyard. That was against Necros, by the way. So basically, bad blind MST actually won the game. Sad, but it was the case. We're going to get to deck profile. I'll tell you changes once we get into it. But we have 3 Anuk and 3 Deneb. They're basically your favorite starting guys. You get into them first. And you want to open one of these guys minimum. So if you don't know what they do, when this is summoned, I believe. Yeah, when this card is summoned, you send one Satellarknight monster from your deck to your graveyard. And when it's summoned, you can add one from deck to hand. So they're really useful. They basically get all your engine rolling. Next we have 3 Altair. When it's summoned, you're supposed to summon one Satellarknight monster from your graveyard. All their effects are basically once per turn, but he gets a lot of things rolling. He makes instant exceeds. That's why you play 3 Anuk. You need him in the graveyard with your Call of Haunteds, or you need to put stuff in the graveyard for him. And next we play 2 Vega. When it's summoned, you can summon one Satellar from your hand. It works in combination with Altair really well. So you can summon Vega, summon Altair, and summon something from grave, and make a 3-layer exceed. But 2 Vega, because it's not as good as the other ones. And the last monster we play is Thunder King Ryo. Puts us at 12 monsters. This card is end all. It's really good against everything, basically. Next, 3 Rhoda. Pretty standard, obviously. We play mostly Warriors. Everyone with Thunder King in this deck is searchable, and we want to see one of them opening hand. 3 Upstart Goblin also gets us there. We don't play Duality because we special a decent bit. So Upstart makes us play less cards, which is good. Soul Charge. This is one of our power play cards. Late game, it's super powerful. We make one of the best monsters of the game with it, and it can truly devastate an opponent. Then we play the obvious Raigeki. It's good against most stuff. And Book of Moon, which is basically good against everything. The reason I just debated on cutting Raigeki originally. The reason we kept it in is because it's really powerful against Burning Abyss and Shaddoll. We can, on our turn, like summon Altair, special anything, make an Abyss Dweller and activate Raigeki to really screw him up. It was good enough. I kept it in. Next we have 3 Call to Haunted and 2 Oasis of the Dragon Souls. So the second one you may not be as familiar with, but Call to Haunted's pretty standard. You usually summon Altair from your graveyard to get things back, to make exceed plays, or if you're really desperate, a Deneb or Anuk to get more setup. But generally, you're pretty good and you will get Altair. The reason we play 5 is because we really like to see them. And when something we play in our extra deck, it's a Triver, bounces all cards on the field to the hand, so after these are used and the materials are pendulum for it, or not pendulum, exceeded, excuse me, they become dead, but you can bounce them back to hand or reuse them constantly. So we play 5. 6 would be a lot, but for those who are unfamiliar with what Oasis does, it's basically Call of Haunted, but it summons a monster from the graveyard in defense position, and it becomes a worm monster, worm-type monster, as opposed to their warrior attribute. That's relevant because we can't make a lot of things if they're worms. Like, we can't make number 86 Heroic Champion if we call things. But some things, like Triver and Deltaros, it does not matter. But it's important to pay attention to. You don't want to cheat your opponent, obviously, because the monster's no longer a warrior. Some people do cheat it. 3 Satellar, Alpha Nova. Basically, the best trap card in our deck. Basically, when a spell or trap is activated or a monster effect, I can tribute 1 face-up Satellarknight monster as a cost, and if I do, negate the activation of the card and destroy it, and then draw a card. So it's like a combination of Sullen Judgment and Gemini Spark. It's really good. It's the card people are scared of when you play Teller mostly. Like, they're like, oh, what if they have an alpha set? Anyways, other negation, that's not bottomless, that's Solemn Warning. This is bottomless. And then Torrential. Just, when they summon things, we don't want them to stay there, obviously. Vanity's Emptiness, still one of the better cards of the format. It's at 1, but still broken. And, like, it's just all around good. 2 Phoenix Chain. 3 would be okay, because you play Triver and you recycle them so much, but I found 2 to be enough. in my honest opinion. Stops battle, which is less relevant. It's effect negation, and then just bouncing it back with Tripper is really important. 2 Mind Crush. It's good against basically everything in the format. There's no reason not to be playing this card right now. 2 Dimensional Prison. I decided to play these over Mirror Forces. Because I think it's just a lot better, generally. Against Burning Abyss, it's better. Against Necros, it's mostly better. And, the fact is just, like, banishing is, like, really good. Even a single target. And even though I said it's better than Mirror Force, we still played one of Mirror Force. I still want a card to blow out my opponent and just, like, destroy them straight up. If they overextend and misplay into it, it's really good. And it happens more often than not. So having a thing 1 copy of the Mirror Force is good enough for that. But that's the 40-card main deck. It's 12 monsters, 9 spells, and 19 traps. It's a lot of traps, but they'll get you there. Into our extra, we play 1 number 86 Heroic Champion, Oramu. I can't even pronounce his name. Most people can. But, I don't need this here. For most people who don't know what he does, he requires 2 or more level 5, maximum 5 level 4 warrior type monsters. During each of your opponent's end phases, detach a material from it, and it gains effects equal to how many materials you have. For 1 material, it can't be destroyed by battle. 2 materials, it gains 1500 attack and defense. 3 or more, it's unaffected by other cards' effects. 4 or more, your opponent cannot normal summon special summon monsters. And at 5, once per turn, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. That's super good. Often, you will soul charge. He's your main guy when you soul charge into. You could soul charge into only 3 monsters, have an Altair Vega, summon 2 monsters off it, and make it in 5. But often, like, you only need to make 4 materials into it to just win, because it makes your opponent not be able to summon for a turn. It makes 3,000 untouchable by most things. It's just absurd. 3,000, he's your boss monster. Next we play 2 Satellarknight Trigger. What it does is when it's summoned, it bounces all other cards on the field to the hand, and I get to detach a material from it to discard 1 card randomly from the opponent's hand. And when it's destroyed, sent to the graveyard, when it's sent to the graveyard, has an Exceed material. I can special summon one Satellarknight monster from my graveyard. Really useful. Really, really good. We play 2. We could lock the opponent if we have to and make both. We could just keep bouncing stuff infinitely if we have enough food for it. But Satellarknight Deltaros is really good. When it's summoned, your opponent can't respond to it, can't be negated or anything. And you can attach a material from it to destroy a card your opponent controls. It's 25. He's one of your main Unicorn outs. He just runs over stuff. Unicorn and Klausulus, rather. And it's unnegatable. It's really big. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Satellarknight monster from your deck or hand. Next we play Constellar Diamond and Ptolemaeus. I think most people know what these do now. You just kind of play them in everything because they get you there. Constellar Omega. We basically have to play this card now. It's a not a Digit out. A Unicorn Klausulus out. Unicorn Klausulus really mess us up. But it's also good against other things like Burning Abyss because it's a quick effect. Once per turn, you can detach a material from it, and all your Constellar monsters are unaffected by spells and traps, so including itself. It just gets around things. Then we play Bujin Tsukiyomi. Her effect, really the only useful one, is once per turn, you can discard up to at minimum 1 card for your hand to draw 2. So if we only have 1 card and it's Altair in the hand, we could discard it and draw 2. It could be like potentially called the Haunteds. And it's just really good. It has a big booty too, 23. Decent. Then we play our Heroic Champion, Excalibur. It's basically only in here for towers out, and the opportune times we could just punch our opponent for game. But, yeah. Then we play Spot Removal, Exiton Castel. Really good. Emerald, we play him because we should shuffle Altairs back, and like other things, but really often we play enough Calls and Oasises that we don't really want to shuffle our dudes back, but it's there just in case we don't have those traps. And we want to just keep getting advantage. Dweller is good against a lot. It's really good overall right now. Rhapsody of Berserk is still really good. I love the card. I use it to banish Necros stuff all the time. It's just absolutely phenomenal with that. And then last but not least, we play the Gaga Cowboy for game. Round 1 and 2 of the Swiss tournament. In game 3, I exactly Gaga Cowboyed both players to game. It was against Shadal and Burning Abyss. It felt really good. Into our jank side deck that we played for the time. We didn't have enough time. We had like 10 minutes to build this, and I built it out of my binders, so it's really bad. But it got me there mostly. 2 Flying Thief, Burning Abyss. 2 Fossil Dyna. It's basically like Protect the Dyna, Protect the Thunder King deck. In some cases, it's really good. We play the Allsom in case we go into time. We side it. We side 1 Destiny Plasma because the tower's out. It's mostly a troll. I needed the 15th card. 2 MST. 2 Fairy Wind. Originally at the local, it was 1 Spell Shattering, 1 Fairy Wind, because I only had 1 of each at the time when I was building it. But now it's 2 Fairy Wind. I think Fairy Wind's better than Spell Shattering. 3 Iron Wall. The card's absolutely nuts. So good against so many things. Soul Drain, and then unfortunately we only have 1 anti-spell fragrance. We would play more. In fact, how I would change this extra with this side deck realistically is to play 2 more anti-spell fragrances and keep the rest the same. In fact, I don't know. It's really hard. I want to play counterattacking Seas in here. And Flying Seas. The Dynas were okay, but I don't think they were as good this format as they were last format. They're mediocre in my opinion, but they were good enough. I think counterattacking Seas is better. And obviously, anti-spell fragrance is absolutely nuts. You could loop it with Trigger against Necros, which is what I did, and keep bouncing their spell cards that they have to set, and this itself, and then flipping in their standby or their draw phase, and it really messes them up. They really can't do anything. But yeah, that's the deck profile. If you guys enjoyed, kind of subscribe. Second place, it's fine. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Adios, YouTube.